Good morning, everybody. It's time for another delicious edition of Texas Oatmeal. And today we're going to be installing a quick release for this steering wheel on the Vanderhall. Let's get right to it. Okay, so this is my quick release that I got. This is straight out of eBay. And I'm not sure what brand it is, but if I find the link, I'll throw it down in the description below. But it's pretty straightforward. It's one where you pull it apart. You pull this back ring forward, and it releases the little balls back there. You're really supposed to do it with two hands, two hands pulling this way, because you would normally be pulling your wheel off. But that's the idea. You pull this way, and it pops this part off. This part stays on the car. So that's how that comes apart. And there's your contacts for your horn. These two screws touch the two screws that are in here. So when that's connected, that makes your connection for your horn. This side stays on your wheel. This side stays on the car. Pretty cool. Pretty simple. The little balls in there line up with the indentations here that allow you to get it keyed in properly and grab and everything so you can turn. And yeah, pretty simple technology. Nothing super special here. That's the way they've all been for a while. There are some other variations, but this one seems to be kind of standard for what most people go with now. There are some that have another little button that would be at the top up here that you'd push down and then also pull all of this forward as like a little safety. I'm not sure how much better that is. I haven't had any issues with this, and I've driven for thousands of miles with this on there without any issues. So it's been pretty rock solid. So let me get this all put back together. Okay, so basically you're going to take this steering wheel off the car with, this happens to be a 7/64 Allen wrench. I'm not sure it's really the right one, but it works. I already pre-loosened these before I started, so well, maybe not that one. So you just take these 6 out, pretty straightforward. And once you get these out of here, the horn button will be attached, and you'll need to unplug the horn button from the wires that are underneath it. Okay, so you take the ring out. This is what you've got underneath there. Horn button. This little silver ring, I don't know what that's for, but it's on the steering wheel. And you've got a couple connectors back here. They just push on. They're just, push on connectors, spade connectors. Just take those off. It doesn't matter which way those go. There's a ground and a positive connection on the horn, but the horn is just a switch. So both of those wires coming out of there are just probably both ground or whatever. So it doesn't matter. But you don't want them to touch because it will set your horn off. I'm going to pull this off of here, and the horn button's going to go flying. So you don't want those to touch together because that will make your horn sound. So just like that. That was probably really loud. Okay, with that out of the way, you take these two wires, plug them in those two wires. Again, doesn't really matter, positive, negative at all. It's all the same, it's all good. And this goes on where the 3 little indentions, at least in this one, this eBay one, they go at the top. So you center that, on there and bolt her on. Okay, a little pro tip. Your horn is right here. And if you're smart, before you go to plug your steering wheel in, just in case you have messed up and you've used the wrong horn button, it's a good idea to stick a rag inside the horn so that it doesn't make a ton of noise. So there's a little opening that you stuff just something in the cone of the horn. I just use a microfiber and just get it good and stuffed in there. So that way, if you're messing with this and your horn goes off, it's not incredibly loud, because I've had that happen and it's very scary, very annoying. and you panic a little bit, and then that makes it go off even longer, and so on and so forth. So I would stuff something in there in case it does go off. You don't have to panic. So we're at this point. She's all bolted up, ready to go. I could not use this ring with this application. I don't know why it works without using the quick release, but with the quick release, this doesn't work. So bolted it all together without that in place. You know, you'll see everything fits flush. Ooh, I didn't check to see if Ross's ring will work instead of that. So actually I gotta swap this back out. Ooh, and would you look at that? It fits like a glove. That horn button does work with Ross's CC3D carbon fiber center ring. So that's going on there for sure. So at this point, everything's hooked up. You got all your wiring tucked away inside there. You go to put this on. You hope that the horn doesn't honk when you do it. And hopefully everything's centered up. Looks pretty good so far. Ready? Yay, the horn works. So now you have a quick release steering wheel that fits on snug, looking good. You know, all good to go there. I think it's pretty centered. Again, I think for some reason this is off just a little bit with this setup. It might be because it's a really cheap eBay quick release or something. I don't know. Something doesn't line up just right. So I think technically, like right now, we're super centered. I'm pretty sure this was off a little bit one way or the other when I pulled in earlier today. So we'll see when I start driving tomorrow if it's off to one side. If it is, that's no bueno. But yeah, that's I don't know. If it's off, it's off. So that's gonna be it for today, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change. Keep the change.